member of the month for the month of June. This individual has done great things. I'll let this individual explain what's been going on and highlight some of the triumphs and everything. So with that, without further ado, this Wellness Member of the Month for the month of June 2025 goes to Loren Saintz. Come on up. Cool.
I made some notes to keep me on track.
That's fine.
Not a problem. Well, I'm going to present this to you.
Okay.
You're going to take a picture and then the floor is yours. All right? The Wellness Member of the Month for the month of June 2025. This award is given to Loren Saintz for rising above obstacles, actively participating, silencing excuses, facing every challenge head on, excelling to and beyond your goals, embracing the assistance of your health and wellness team, and persevering to make it happen. Dr. Gregory Fryer, Medical Director, Aaron Fryer Health and Wellness Club. So congratulations.
Okay. Stand together.
All right, so a few words.
Yeah, for your words, it's yours.
Okay, I'll try to keep it brief. So personally, I grew up in Seattle area, right? Then I relocated down here about June of 2024. Right? And when I was up in Seattle, I did have a heart attack, right? I didn't know what was going on, but they did a stents on one side and we went back in and they did a bypass, on the other side. And, but then a cardiologist put me on atorvastatin, which I later learned, I'm a self-learner, so went out and learned about it, and the side effects of it are not really favorable at all, And both my mom and dad, one had dementia, one had Alzheimer's, so that's a horrible sickness to ever get. I wouldn't wish that on anybody, And so those statins can actually induce those kinds of things, right? So I decided I wanted to find a holistic doctor. Mr. Fryer here, down here, they practice a different type of medicine. It's not so much writing a script to kind of fix what's ailing you as it is getting at the root cause of the problem, right? So helping you kind of remedy what's causing that in your system. And so that's really the kind of doctor I wanted to have. So anyway, I connected up with Dr. Fryer on February 5. We reached out to the office and they said, oh, they just happen to have a seminar going on. Well, you were hosting dinner, I think?
Yes.
I can't remember the place right there.
El Rancho Grande.
That's
You're sitting
right.
right where to the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So I started listening and I go, wow, everything he's talking about is what I'm looking for, So we moved up. I think my first appointment was on February 5th. And essentially, I've changed some things in my own personal program with supplements. I went out and I got a holistic guide to your own medicine, kind of self-sought that, and added some additional herbs that I do on my own, things that improve your blood flow and that. We set our 3 goals initially. For me, it was weight loss, lower my blood sugar, and lower my blood pressure, right? So I'm all headed in the right direction. I'm down like 34 pounds. Thank you. My BP has dropped way down.
Yes.
At one point, I called Dr. Fryer and I go, hey, I think it might be too low. It was down to like 94 over something. And it said, well, you might want to drop that last one they added on there for your blood pressure, So it's been pretty stabilized when I take it. The target zone optimally is 120 over 80, of course. I don't know that addresses someone who's 66. But
Great.
Mine's pretty much down to that range, 130, 135, 125 over, And my blood sugar, ideally you have that at around 100. Anyone else, I don't know if y'all take your blood sugar, but your glucose, right? So mine had been up around, 150, 160, and now it's down in the 108, 110 range,
Wow.
So that's improving. My blood pressure has been as high as like 160 over 90, that kind of a thing, which they start to worry about hypertension wise. And some of these herbs that I discovered, in addition to the supplements that I'm on, right, they're about, here's something you can do to open up your blood flow. Here's something you can take to lower your bad cholesterol and improve your good cholesterol, you know. So now basically where I'm sitting at on the BP is, like I said, like 125 over 65, you know, right in there. So far I'm happy to say I'm pursuing my 3 main goals and happy to be in the program. And I look at it like, well, it wasn't a cheap thing. It took some thought to get into it, right? But it shows if you're really committed to improving your health. My driver on it was that I wanted to be in a position when I do retire in a year or two, right? To not end up going 2 years into the old folks home, you know?
Yeah.
So those are a lot of my drivers for it. That's why I think it's a great program.
Awesome. Congratulations. The thing is, you're doing the work.
Yeah.
You're doing the work. It takes work and effort. Nothing happens just by osmosis. Okay? So it's just about having the right tools, understanding what your body needs, and doing the work. And you too can be Wellness Member of the Month, but just plugging in, learning. It's a growth process. So congratulations.
Thank you. Well, I forgot to say I work out strength training every other day.
Do you want to tell them about any other habits that you've changed?
That's kind of a big thing too. Lots of big things. I stopped drinking alcohol. It's been I don't know, somewhere around 60 days or so.
Amazing.
That's not easy to give up, but it made a lot of good health improvements, I think.
Yeah.
I was at the point where they were concerned about my kidneys and my liver and my enzymes and, you know, and I think the last blood work that I had done, they're like, guess what? It's all normalized.
Yeah.